Well, here's a box of 3 mostly resin pieces of lifting body models. And I left them on a stand because they're supported and they won't go anywhere. Just gonna put foam around them so they don't touch the sides. I got some more to go. And I got a layer here of cardboard, and it'll come out and stack it in and fill that all. I probably have room on top. I think I'm gonna try to put my Biosat in there. It's lightweight and fit on top. So what's next? So next I want to try getting some of the big beasts, like this guy, this bad boy, and these 2 behind it. And I did measure the B50 here, and it'll fit in this Christmas tree box. And so we're gonna stack it up, but first I'm gonna have some foam pads so it's not sitting on its landing gear, and that'll bring it up an inch or 2 and brace it to the left and right, and then make a stack of cardboard shelves where these other guys will go. And in the past I've taken these to club meetings and I made some simple cradles, so hopefully I can use some of that's already done to stack these up. So I got this monster started, and I found the only box it'll fit in is this Christmas box. So I'm gonna make a tray, put it on the bottom, brace it so it can't move, and then stack some other stuff over it with layers of boxes. We'll see how that goes. I got the B70 there on the bottom, and you can see the cardboard underneath it such that the cradle won't move. So I think the next thing is the KC97, which I had a box to take it to a meeting to show, but it's partly adequate for this, but something's been modified. So it's a basis for a cradle. But then the next step actually is to make a shelf on top of this B70 for other models and for this cradle to sit on. So I'll be putting some supports in here. All right, well, I got this new corner here, and the B58 tucks in there nicely, and it's sitting up above its landing gear. As you can see, the landing gear is not touching the ground, and it's cradled so it can't go forward, backward. Got it side to side there. It can't go backwards, can't go forwards here. So that should be pretty secure as long as it doesn't go upside down. This one is going to have to be do not turn upside down or sideways. And all the space underneath can be used. I'm just going to kind of wrap smaller aircraft and tuck them in these little nooks and crannies here. And that'll probably put a barrier along here so stuff doesn't slide into this guy. And then make room for other ones. So then the next step, you see I made this. Will be base for a shelf, and then I'll put some similar corner over here and on this side to bridge it with a bridge of sorts, or bottom of a box to support some other models. So that's the next step. I trimmed the KC97 so it fits on an angle here. Made a few changes to the foam, and continuing to create some kind of a support for a shelf. You can see in this corner up there. And I'm working on something to put in here now. One of the things I did is I kind of rearranged this cradle for the C97, and it's got bumpers behind the wings so it can't go backwards. It's got a bumper on the nose, and that's basically not gonna let it go forward, and it can't go sideways because of these things on either side there. So that's pretty good as long as you don't turn upside down. So I cut the corner off here, and this will fit now on top of the stuff underneath it, like the nose of the B70. Well, I think I got the flying wing in. Actually, it'll fit underneath the tail of the tanker, and just barely fits in here. And it's sitting, I got foam underneath it, so it's not on its landing gear. It's a little bit of clearance. But I can't get it too high or it'll hit the tail, and that tail just barely fits under the lid.